Welcome in, guys, and I am back. And today I want to talk about Bill Belichick. But you look at, obviously, Bill Belichick, one of the greatest NFL head coaches. Now, again, in my lifetime, I know a lot of older friends will say, "Oh, well, Vince Lombardi." If your grandparents will say, "Oh, Vince Lombardi was the greatest football coach of all time." People older than that will say George Halas. He was a great head coach. The point is, there comes a time, especially Bill Belichick is going to go down one day in the Hall of Fame, whenever that's going to be. He is a valid Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. He's up there with, obviously, Bruce Arians and Andy Reid. As it comes to modern day great NFL head coaches, Pete Carroll will be another one as well. But there comes a time when you need to step away. You need to give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody else, because you've had six Super Bowls in a over 30-year career. You built a dynasty in New England with Tom Brady, and after over 2 decades with Tom Brady, 2021 comes, Brady splits, Bill Belichick does not. Bill Belichick is still the GM of the New England Patriots, and Bill Belichick, the GM, as I've said previously on this channel, has been fucking over this team for years now. You go back to 2014, and you could, most recently in the 2022 and 2023 draft, you bring in Mac Jones in 2021 because you need that Tom Brady replacement, and you're going to see if he's the guy or not. In let's say, a weakish, wasn't the best quarterback class. It had some, again, you look at that quarterback class in 2020, wasn't the best. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, you haven't really pulled some trees up in the NFL and done some good things. Again, some of that is not down to their own, some of that is down to them, so that's down to whatever. But you look at Mac Jones, and he goes to New England, and what the fuck is Bill Belichick doing? He gives him absolute shit to work with. He's got Matt Patricia back. Yay, let's bring back Matt Patricia, the fucking guy that was with my Detroit Lions a couple years ago, and we had Matthew Stafford this shit with him. And then we fired Matt Patricia's ass. He comes running back to Bill Belichick, and he becomes. But you give Mac Jones shit on the offensive side, and the trenches and the weapons. For the last couple of seasons now, and it really shows, especially this year. The cracks are showing this year. They're now, what is it now, 2-8. They're 2-8 as I'm recording this on a Thursday night, and the cracks are showing, and it's time for Bill Belichick to hang it up. This past draft, they drafted Christian Gonzalez, which again is a good pick. I think it's a good pick, but again, it's not what they really need. They don't really need defensive side of the ball. This isn't 1990s, 1980s defensive side of football. This is 2023 football, where you need offenses to win you the league. And you're going to have to find out. Mac Jones is in, was it year 2 or 3 now? Yeah, year 3 now as a NFL starter. You need to know if he's the guy or not. How the fuck is he the guy or not if you're going to give him shit? You had Jacoby Myers that got traded away in the summer to the Raiders, and you didn't replace him. I know you have Stevenson, but come on, he isn't doing shit. Again, this Patriots team stinks, and that's down to Bill Belichick, because he's the GM. He's one of the worst GMs in the NFL. Again, he is making this team worse, and if he stays for too long, he is going to be one of those. You're going to have these Patriots fans going, "Oh, boo, fuck Bill Belichick," and he's a legend. So, Bill, hang up the hoodie, retire, and go off into the sunset. Do some analysts with ESPN. Do a podcast. Do what the fuck ever. Because if you stay any longer in New England, you're going to be hated and driven out of the franchise. And you do not want that for a head coach. You need somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing at the GM position. Not somebody who's the coach and the GM. Get a GM, and get somebody else who's going to be the head coach. Yes, Bill Belichick has the second most wins in the NFL. The only guy that has more NFL wins is George Halas. But I think this has to be Bill Belichick's last season. it looks like they're going for the tank this year and see if they can get themselves a new quarterback. But again, last year as well, they got themselves Bailey Zapp. Again, this is where you can see where Bill Belichick needs to kind of step away. Because what the fuck was he doing? One game last week, you had, well, not last week, last season against the Bears on practice. This is fucking the Bears again. They lost to a team with Bailey Zapp. No disrespect to Bailey Zapp, but he's a 7th round pick for a reason. Because he wasn't that good. Again, why the fuck are you picking him over a Mac Jones that was healthy? And then you go back to last week's game. The Patriots were in Germany for week 10. And you have Bailey Zapp come on after halftime. He comes on. And then you have Brian fucking... you have Belichick's coaching staff. He's like barking at Mac Jones. No, the problem is that you've got so much shit and you know, the head coach, the GM, has drafted so much shit in the last couple of seasons that this is what you're going to get now. And I don't trust Bill Belichick to do a rebuild in 2024. Do you think he's going to get the job right? I mean, come on, he's again, if he's going to be the GM, he's going to fuck it over again. And again, I'm not a Patriots fan, I don't care for the Patriots, but the fact of the matter is, you need somebody in New England that's going to take this new era of the New England Patriots and start rebuilding again. Again, Bill Belichick had a good 23-24 year run in New England, but every good thing comes to an end, and you've got to think at one point, you know, you've got to start thinking life after Bill Belichick. He's in his early 70s now. You know, there's nothing else for him to prove. He's done it all. He's a legend. He's got 300 wins as time recording, the most, second most wins in NFL history. He's a legend. So Bill, retire the hoodie, and retire. The Patriots need to get themselves an actual GM that knows, an actual GM, not a head coach, and a GM. Get a GM in, and get a young head coach in Brian, Eric DeBienemy or whoever to steer the ship.